Hello everyone, I hope you're doing alright. Today I have for you Prime Lethality Operative gameplay. We are doing a little bit of defense on the Void Star. We do a fairly decent job, at least in my own opinion. However, it's not going to be the primary focus of today's video. Instead, I want to sit down and have an open and honest conversation about a topic that's pretty troublesome on the forums and on YouTube comments and on Reddit right now, and that's the entire concept of Premades and Regs PvP. The complaint usually goes something like this. Ranked PvPers are grouping up with all their friends and they're showing up to Regs PvP and they are stomping through war zones, not paying attention to objectives, and are only caring about the damage number at the end of the match. It's ruining the experience for people who are queuing solo. It's making life essentially much more difficult. And let me be upfront and say that I understand where this complaint is coming from, right? This complaint is not without merit in the fact that it can be very frustrating. I queue about 99% of my games solo. I usually have something going on in the other monitor, I'm streaming, or I am, listening to metal, or, not really paying attention. So most of the time I am queuing solo, and I understand that it is much more difficult to play with or against a premade of people that are going to absolutely stomp through the entire match. And it's very easy to run into like a bug in the windshield situation, especially when playing against a group of very talented PvPers. And it's not fun to be the bug over and over and over and over again, right? I get it, all right? They're not paying attention to the objective like you want them to. It's making winning games more difficult. Oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. And so I understand where the complaint originates from. However, the solution is going to sound really cruel and really condescending. And that's because it is cruel and condescending, because the solution is to get good, all right? It is not their fault that the game allows them to queue up with their friends and have fun in Discord and murder you, all right? Your entire concept of PvP has to change whenever there's a premade in play. Because if you think you're going to go up and one-on-one take them in a straight-up fight and you're going to win the day, that's not how that works. You have to really change your strategies around playing either with or against a premade. So, if they are on your team, you need to find a way to con the enemy or the friendly premade into standing on top of the objective and killing everyone in their path. Because if you can kill everyone at the objective, that's how we got all the way down to the end of the map here, you're going to win a lot of games because there's not going to be anyone to contest your objective, right? So killing the enemy team, very beneficial for you. So I don't really understand the complaint of people who are like, I got a premade on my team. They weren't paying attention to the objective. Just con them into standing the objective and then you'll be perfectly fine. On the other hand, if they are on the enemy team, you essentially have two options. If you're on a tankier class, you can do my favorite strategy of feed the beast. Essentially, you are trying to pull the premade away from the objective, do as much damage as possible, and keep them occupied away from the objective. And if you and like a buddy can accomplish this, or if you and one random other person can accomplish keeping the 4-man premade away from the objective, that sets your team up to be playing like 6v4 the entire time, which is going to help you win the match. So feed the beast. It's not going to be an elegant solution. You're going to die a whole bunch, and that's perfectly fine, because if you're that interested in the win, just feed the beast away from the objective and you will be fine. Alternatively, you just play around the hive mind. Ranked PvPers are doing a very good job of staying together and targeting the same people, so don't be surprised when they all, run to the same place. Don't go stand near them. This is not a difficult concept. Don't stand near the death ball. Play around it. Go to other objectives. Don't stand where the death ball is, because it won't end up in a good time. So either on your team, use them to your advantage, get them to stand the objective. If they're on the other team, feed the beast, or just don't run into the death ball, and you should be fine. This is how I win most of my games with or against a premade. And I understand that it's not always going to be perfect, right? Sometimes it's going to be very frustrating to play against a premade because they're going to run through and stomp on everyone and your team's going to not be good. Yeah, that happens with or without premates, all right? I know it's going to seem unfair that they have a premade and you don't. And so the final solution for these premade situations is to make your own premades. Get your friends on. Find people that are decent at the game. Queue together, all right? There is no law saying that you can't make a premade to counter their premade, because the game allows you to do it. And frankly, playing games with your friends and laughing in Discord is the most fun way to play the game. Like there's nothing else compares to it. All right. And I know there's going to be some people in the comments saying, oh my goodness, Biggs, that's not the whole point. It's just so frustrating. It's not fair that they're able to do this. Right? Right? I can hear you typing that right now and calling me an elitist and a shitter. And my answer to you is get bent. Because if playing the game with your friends in Discord and laughing is the wrong way to play the game, then I don't want to play it right. Because that's the most fun way to play the game, and it really doesn't matter if you win or lose at Regs PvP. This is, again, it's gonna sound really condescending, but there is no benefit or disadvantage to winning or losing a Regs PvP game. Like, I get that in theory, like, oh, your week is gonna take longer, but like, we're this far into the expansion, are you really that concerned about getting to 326 gear by now? Like, is this so far on your list of priorities that you can't spend another 15 minutes to play another Regs PvP game? Like, really? Also, I read this guy like a book, by the way. He's still us out. Where do you think he's going to? Because he's been farming the objective the entire time. Oh, read like a goddamn book, bro. Easy clap. Sorry, I had to stroke my own willy a little bit here. But yeah, like, I said this in a previous video, but crying about our game of Regs PvP only makes you look like a clown. Like, it's never a good look. And every single time that these threads get posted, they get reposted in all the ranked PvP discords, and people just laugh and laugh and laugh because it's hilarious to them. And so if you think you're gonna change any minds from complaining on forums and on Reddit and on, you know, YouTube comments that ranked PvPers are grouping up and having fun with their friends, you're not. Like, it's just completely ineffective. It comes across as whining, and it's hilarious. So like, if you want to keep providing content, oh my goodness, dude, if you want to keep providing content, you know, keep doing it. But for the most part, like, this is gonna make me sound like a complete asshole, but it's just true. Just get good. I'm sorry. This is probably not the solution that people wanted to hear about Premades, especially if they gotten bullied by one. And I get it. It's not fun to be the bug. You want to be the windshield, but, you know, too bad. It's Regs PvP. It's not always going to be fair. So if you have any questions, comments, complaints, concerns, just leave down in the comment section below. I'm sure there's going to be a very spicy take that people aren't going to be happy to hear, but it's just the God's honest truth. I'm like Three Dog, right? Ow! Delivering you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. So if you have any comments, questions, complaints, concerns, just leave down in the comment section below. I'd love to get back to you, and yeah, have a grand old day. All right, bye-bye now. Bye-bye.